We are spending tonight in a sunflower field. How cool. In this vlog, we find ourselves in the small town of Pitts, Georgia. When we arrived to the station, we explored there for a little bit before heading down another dirt road into our campground for the night, which was surrounded by sunflowers. Since we were in a secluded location, we really just spent the time walking around down the dirt clay roads and playing in the sunflower fields with the kids. Though we didn't capture any footage of it, the stars at night were absolutely beautiful because there were no city lights to interfere. The next day we woke up and headed over to the station where we got to chat with one of the employees and pick up some more food before heading even further north.
So hey Sean, I'm Eric. Nice to meet you.
Yes sir, nice to meet you.
So tell me what we got here. This gorgeous store. It looks like an old converted gas station.
Yes, that's exactly what it is. Clay and Valerie Oliver took a old gas station and converted it into the station 31072, and they wanted to showcase their oils that they do personally, craft goods and local art, people they've met through the oil shows and events. They sell a lot of their products. Like I said, they have their oils here, and they have the oil shop. It's probably 2 miles from here. Everything that you see here is made at the oil shop.
So station 31072.
That's the zip code here for Pitts. That's
oh, okay. So we're in Pitts, Georgia.
Yes, sir.
It doesn't take after name. This place is definitely not the Pitts.
That's right. That's right.
It's pretty neat.
It's always been home.
So we found this place through what's called Harvest Host. Sent out a request to Clay. Clay accepted same day, which was really nice.
They're very nice people. Clay and Valerie both.
Woke up to this morning with hundreds of sunflowers just shining in on us.
One field I know, probably where y'all were staying, that's coming off pretty soon. They'll have a day or a weekend where people can just come and take pictures and do whatever, cut sunflowers, and they'll have a summer and a fall. Harvest the sunflowers and get all the seeds, and that's where all the sunflower oil comes from. They take the seeds and press them at the shop. They take pecan oil and make it comes out of pellet. After they press the oil out of it, and they grind the pellet and make pecan flour. And that is another product that they sell. Right. They have benny flour, okra flour, pumpkin flour, pecan flour.
And they make this all themselves?
Yes, sir, they make it all themselves.
Is this something that he's been doing like his whole life? Or?
No, sir. He started out as a farmer. His third generation farmer. And his dad was a farmer, granddad was a farmer. And his brother still does what they call row crop, peanuts, cotton. And their father passed away, and Clay started looking for other ways to make the farm grow and go in a different direction, and that's when he started doing the oils.
Well, very good. Thanks for your time.
Yes, sir.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Are you guys on social media at all?
Yes, sir, they are. They're on Facebook, and like I said, you can find them through HildeFarms.com.
HildeFarms.com.
Or the station 31072. What else, man?
What else? See, that's a good upsell.
Get on in.
Homemade nut butter. If you want to recreate this trip for yourself, head on over to our website, www.destinationunknown.life, to get the contact information for this farm in Pitts, as well as the station, or pick up any of their products online at their website. We found this campground by way of Harvest Host, which connects businesses to campers just like us. These businesses include places like wineries, farms, breweries, a number of options, and you can check them all out on their website, and I'll link down below a code that you can use to get a discount on your annual membership. Usually there's no payment required. However, if you frequent the business, they do recommend that you purchase something, which in our case was really easy to do because there was so much tasty food within the station. We bought these yesterday and they were so good. Like, We already ate the entire jar. We ate everything inside. Yeah, we only left garlic for Eric. Living Tiny taught us a lot about living together as well as how to be super organized. If you've ever had one of these situations while traveling, then you know how important it is to have a really good travel checklist, which is why I created one. Click the link down below to grab our Skoolie Log Book, which has over 10 pages of helpful service and travel checklists to help keep you guys organized when you're living tiny. If you've been following along with our Skoolie journey, you'll know that this video footage is from our trip to Georgia in the summer of 2021. I'm very excited to be catching up on these fun memories and going through all the footage. We left Florida going by way of Valdosta, which is really fun, where we met our first fan. I think we had about 800 subscribers at that point, and he pulls up to us. We were staying an overnight in the Buffalo Wild Wings parking lot of a mall, and he said that his family had been following our story and they were planning to do their own Skoolie or bus conversion. So if you're still out there watching, hey, and I hope you guys made it happen. As you may know, we traveled for 6 months full-time in our Skoolie from Florida all the way up to Maine before deciding we wanted to hop over to Europe once the borders opened. To everyone who's been following our adventures, thank you so much for always traveling along and commenting down below. It really is a lot of fun to share our journeys with you guys because we're just a normal family that's doing some fun stuff. Stay tuned for our next video where we travel to the Bavarian-inspired town of Helen, Georgia. See you soon!